Yo, what is up guys? It's just Nav here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to build a Mercedes SLS AMG in Lego. So yeah, let's get right into the video.
Beatz.
So yeah guys, as I said, this is pretty much a Mercedes SLS AMG built in Lego. Now one of the most prominent features of this is that it has working gull-wing doors. This is a new thing. I have been trying out these opening doors. I have so many other ideas to like build butterfly doors, suicide doors, scissor doors that I really want to try out in the future. But for now we have gull-wing doors, and of course they do work. As you just saw right now, you can close them, and of course you can open them. I'm just gonna open one on the side right now, or you know what, let's just go ahead and open both of them just for this part of the video. But yeah, they do open and close, and I honestly really love that feature. This is like one of the most prominent things of the SLS AMG. Like, this is what makes the AMG or the SLS, just the opening gull-wing doors. They're just super cool in real life, and I'm very happy that I got to replicate them in Lego. Now, starting off with the front right here, it's kind of hard to kind of come up with the grill. I used one of these 1x1 bricks with two studs on the side, and so with that I attached a 1x4 kind of like lightsaber blade in light gray to kind of get the little grill design it has in the middle. And of course I do have some black tiles and parts behind there to kind of get the black effect of the grill. And then I used a hollow stud and kind of used the anti-stud part of it to kind of get the Mercedes logo in there. I used these kind of like shorter headlight bricks and turned them around so I could get like the little intakes it has on the sides of the front. And then I used some cheese slopes, of course, to kind of simulate the headlights. I used one of these rounded 2x6 plate pieces in light gray because I don't have it in white or black, but I do think the gray kind of looks kind of cool because it kind of contrasts, or it kind of relates with all the other gray this car has. Now I do have some intakes on the hood right here, and I really love this design. I kind of have them on some light gray cheese slopes under there, also to kind of get some of the light gray lines the grill has. But I used some cheese slopes under there to kind of get the slant it has, and then I used a 1x4 tile to kind of cover that up, but it does stick out a little bit, but I think that still looks fine. It's still a really cool technique. For the side intakes right here, I just kind of used a black like plates, or just a black buildup in the back, and then I used some headlight plates or some bracket plates to kind of get these 1x2 grill pieces to kind of get that angle it has. And then I used some of these kind of like tooth pieces, these smaller tooth pieces in light gray, to kind of get the grill or kind of like little line design that has for the intakes. And I do kind of like stretch out into the white, so I like how that design came out. Now if I bring down this door, you guys can kind of see how it shapes into the whole thing. There is kind of like a slope right here where it kind of like blends in to the rest of this because it kind of like slopes downwards, so I couldn't really get that smoothly because of these doors kind of stick out half stud. But I think there is still an angle right there that you guys can kind of see, and I still think that looks fine. I used some of these 1x2 inverted brackets up here to kind of continue this kind of line right here, but the studs do kind of make up for this right here because of course these stick up only about half a stud, so the studs on top of here kind of do fill in for that. It does look a little awkward, but I do think it still looks okay. For the back right here, I actually used this built on jumpers. This isn't actually fully attached, it kind of just sits there on a stud loosely, and then I use some of these 1x2 angled plates on the side, and that's connected kind of weirdly. If I do take this off right here, you guys can get a peek inside. I used another one of those 1x1 bricks with two studs on the side, and then kind of loosely attach these 1x1 plates to attach these to the side right there. You guys can see a little bit in the interior. I mixed up some red in there because I know the SLS has some red inside. For the back right here, it's pretty simple. I just used this like a simple sideways technique. It's nothing too interesting. And then I did build this section kind of upside down. I couldn't really get the exhaust. I guess these two black plates right here have to kind of simulate the exhaust. I couldn't really come up with any designs to kind of capture that, because the Mercedes exhaust they use are rectangular, and there aren't really many Lego pieces you can use to simulate those. I'm just going to give you another look of how it kind of looks like with the doors down. I think it looks pretty good both ways. You guys can see the technique I used there, where I used a 1x3 lightsaber blade, and I used these hinges right here, these 1x2 plates, and then one has 2 hinges and one has just a singular hinge to kind of connect that, and I think that does look pretty nice. Of course, like all my 6-wide Lego cars, it can fit a minifigure inside. You do have to take off the door section right here off of the clip, and then you can take off the front windshield, and then you can place your minifigure inside. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the Mercedes SLS AMG. Now into the build tutorial.
Beatz. Beatz.
So yeah guys, that is pretty much it for this video. If you did enjoy this Lego Mercedes SLS AMG, please hit that like button and that subscribe button with the notification bell on if you want to see more cool Lego creations built by me. But anyways guys, it's just Naf signing out.